on, people now. Smile on your brother. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Welcome to Jimmy Rips. We are going to make this kind of a quick one. Things got real busy in my real life, and but I still wanted to get something out, especially because this little thing called the Olympics just wrapped up. Not sure if you heard about that. So we're going to do a quick, well, not a quick one, but we'll probably go into the Olympics, talk about the Olympic USA hockey team, and then I will get into a blaster box of 25-26 O-Pee-Chee to be specific. And we will forego a player profile today just for the sake of to go a little longer on the Olympic stuff and just kind of get a video out for everybody to enjoy. I just wanted to really, the big thing is I just wanted to talk about the Olympics, and here we go.
Hot takes, yo mama.
So, again, like I've said before, unless you live under a rock, you understand that there was an Olympics going on. In my last video, I talked about how the Olympics was like just a big orgy of sports. And if we want to stick to that analogy, then the gold medal round for men's hockey was the money shot. This was amazing. Nothing short of spectacular. It lived up to everything we like to see in a final game. It was close. There was a lot of stuff going on. Some people were angry, some people were sad, and still nobody cares about Brad Marchand. So, what happened? We won. USA! 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 We won. And it was nothing short of spectacular. Jack Hughes with the golden goal. After getting some teeth knocked out of his face during the game, he came back in overtime and decided to go ahead and put one in and put the game down for us to win the first gold since, fun fact, first USA Hockey men's gold since the 1980 Miracle on Ice. Another favorite of mine happened on my birth year. It was an amazing feat. I love the movie Miracle. If you haven't seen the movie Miracle, go do yourself a favor and get out there and watch that movie Miracle. But yeah, it was one of the greatest times in history for US hockey back in 1980, just because largely US born players never got a lot of respect. Nobody really expected much for them in the hockey realm to begin with. So then when we went and handed a defeat to the Russians and then went on to win the gold in the finals, people started to respect US-born hockey players, and it was a very pivotal moment. So the idea that 46 years later we go and win another gold is just fantastic. It took 46 years, X amount of hockey games between then, Olympic hockey games between then and now, and we finally got ourselves another gold, and it was nothing short of spectacular. As much as everybody loves to talk about Jack Hughes, though, Connor Hellebuyck was the real hero on this. This goalie stood on his head out there. I mean, it was insane. I think there was something like 43 shots on goal, and he blocked just about every single one of them except for one. That's an amazing feat to do in just in any kind of hockey game in general, but to be able to do that with the pressure of the final, the gold medal round, that's just nothing short of amazing. And if you look up Connor Hellebuyck golden save or save in general for that particular game, you will see a shot of one of the most miraculous saves. Happened so fast, it looked like the puck defied physics for some reason, like some Jedi just decided in the stands to wave that puck away. But when you slow-mo it, you see that Connor Hellebuyck miraculously got a stick out in that open area and blocked it. It was, like I said, there was just a lot of good things going on in there. Credit where credit's due, though. Canada put up a good fight. It was weird because, like, Canada going into it, I'm pretty sure was the favorite. Although the US was winning games pretty handily for the most part. We were largely handling every game we were in, but the Canadians they had a team against them. I mean, when you're putting a lineup with the names like Connor McDavid and McKinnon and Celebrini, and you have a Cale Makar on defense. Like, there's just not a lot of hope you can have playing against an all-star team like that, but the USA stood up and did it. Nothing against Canada. It just seemed like it just wasn't there. They just weren't. It's one of those things, I guess the best way to describe it is like you start to feel midway through the game that they're just snake bit. I mean, McKinnon misses a wide open net to put it wide. It seemed like Celebrini's shots were hitting wide a lot. There just wasn't a lot going their way. You know, everything from US defending them on defending their net on a 5-on-3. I mean, you go 5-on-3 and you can't put the puck in the net. They had a 4-minute double minor to try and put one in. They couldn't do it. It was just a comedy of errors. It felt like on a team that largely should have put up bigger numbers, but just couldn't get the shots on goal. I mean, the shots on goal were slightly favored towards us, and I don't know. It was a battle of goalies, it felt like, and ours won out. On a side note, had they put Logan Thompson in instead of Binnington, Canada probably would have won that out, or at least tied a little longer. Just my opinion, though. So that was that's the Olympics. That was nothing short of amazing. So Jack Hughes, in case you didn't know, caught a stick to the face, lost his teeth midway through the game, goes back in the locker room, gets himself patched up and numbed up, comes back out, plays a hell of a rest of a game, and then seals the deal by scoring the golden goal or the winning goal in overtime to seal the goal. That stuff is just nothing short of amazing. Like I said, Wilson's done it once before. I think it was last year when he caught a puck to the face. Looked like somebody shoved a baseball in the side of his face, gets himself patched up, comes out and scores 2 goals right afterwards. So this is one of the things I love about hockey that you sometimes just don't see in other sports, and especially soccer. Looking at you guys, soccer players. A couple of notes from the medal round. For one, watching the Canadian team get the silver medal, I don't like to relish in other people's misfortune, but man, you couldn't have seen a sadder group of people to get a silver medal. They all just, I mean, it's one of those things that's kind of weird anyway, because like you just lost one of the biggest games of your life for the most part. Some of those guys on there are just old enough to know that they're probably not getting another Olympics in their career, and they got second. And I get it. You're upset. You're a competitor. You're upset. But damn, you'd have thought somebody shot one of their players. It's one of those things where all you want to do is go back to the locker room, get a shower, go drink a beer, hang out with the wife and family, and forget that day ever happened. But you got to stand there for like another 30 minutes while everybody shouts your name out and gives you medals for second place. Yeah, I get that. And then for the USA team, one of the things, I don't know, I didn't hear too many stories about it, so I wasn't really expecting it, but the tribute to Johnny Gaudreau. Let's talk about that for a second. I understand what Johnny Gaudreau meant to people, meant to his team, meant to his teammates, meant to hockey in general, and the tragedy that took his life. I was not expecting the kind of tribute to happen out there that they did. So when I'm watching this, you know, I have a kid myself, and you know, your worldview kind of changes when you have a kid as far as like things you want to do for your child and how you kind of strive for your kid to kind of be proud of what you're doing. When the Tkachuk brothers, I believe it was both the brothers, came out, I know Matt for sure, went out and picked up Johnny Gaudreau's children, and they brought them out for a team photo with their father's jersey. I can't say that I didn't get a little misty. My allergies were acting up real hardcore right after that. That was touching. That was a tribute. That was a great tribute. I'm glad to see. I love to see the camaraderie in sports that happen, and this was nothing short of touching. It's something that I hope Johnny's kids will take and be proud of when they get older and they see that photo and understand the significance of having a father that was that important to other people enough to be a part of one of the biggest U.S. stories that have, you know, as far as Olympics go, that's come out in a long time. I mean, that was nothing short of amazing. I think I don't care what team you're from, what country you're from. I think when you look at that and you understand, you read into the backstory, you see that was great. That was a great tribute. So yeah, I mean, think about it this way, from a gold standpoint. Like I said, The last time USA men's hockey won a gold medal was in 1980 in the Miracle on Ice. So imagine you're a young hockey player, you're Jack Hughes as a kid, and you grow up in the world of hockey and you look up to big name hockey players, and you learn about things about hockey. I can't imagine there's a hockey player out there that doesn't understand what the Miracle on Ice was about, and what Olympics hockey in general means to their respective countries. But more significantly, to grow up in hockey, get lucky enough to be good enough to play for the pros, then get chosen to represent your country in the USA team, and then win to a point where for the rest of history, your name is always going to be mentioned alongside the greats like Eruzione and all them as far as the last time USA won a gold medal. I can't imagine a higher honor than that. I mean, you go on and then win a Stanley Cup, and it's like, what else do you have to prove at that point? So congrats to the USA team, men's hockey. That was amazing. Congrats also to the USA women's hockey for just completely annihilating everybody out there. That was amazing to watch. I'm secretly a little glad it's over with. I'm glad we ended on a high note. Really glad it's over with so we can get back to NHL talk again. And I hope everybody got around to watching it and can at least look at the replays. Definitely watch the tribute to Johnny Gaudreau. All right, so with that, we're going to do a quick Blaster box after this. So,
Jimmy Whips, a new one? That's disgusting.
Let's talk about cards, baby. Let's talk about O-Pee-Chee. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. It's O-Pee-Chee. Here we go, everybody. We're going to open 25-26 O-Pee-Chee blasters. Blaster boxes, in case you don't know, also known as retail boxes. So, what is a retail box? It's basically a watered-down version of a hobby box. Sometimes they come with exclusives that can be very neat and possibly valuable, depending on what you get. So, for this one, O-Pee-Chee, I got these for about $24 a box, which is a decent price. So, boxes on a budget are great for anybody who just has some spare change and wants to get into some boxes. They're a great way to get into the hobby. They're kind of the appetizer of the hobby boxes. The great thing about the O-Pee-Chee paper blasters is they come with an exclusive, if you can see right here, exclusive yellow border in every box. And those yellow borders are great. They're exclusive to blaster boxes, so they add some value to it. If you get yourself, in this particular set, if you get a Matt Schaefer yellow border Marquee Rookie, those things are going for a great price right now. And Ivan Demidov is always the gold standard when it comes to rookies for the 25-26 class. So without further ado, here we go. All right, let's get into box number one. Jonathan Huberdeau, and not a rookie, so we have Miro Heiskanen on the yellow border. Marquee rookie Justin Robidas, and Noah Laba on the yellow border Marquee Rookie. The only thing better than a yellow border is a Marquee Rookie yellow border. Samuelson, Anthony Duclair, Shane Wright, and Oliver Borkstrand. And Four Nations Retro Eric Carlson. Our base retro Lucas Reichel. We have Joseph Wall on the blue border and Devon Tays on the yellow border. Rookie Sam Renzel, he's a good rookie to get. And an O-Pee-Chee premiere of Sidney Crosby, not Cindy, but Sidney Crosby. And a yellow border of Ivan Barbashev. Four Nations Jack Eichel and Darcy Kemper on the yellow border. Joel Eriksson Ek and Rasmus Ristolainen on the yellow border. Not getting a lot of luck with the yellow borders. Would like to see more rookies, but you know, they're still fun to get. Lawson Krause, Jacob Trouba, Ross Colton, and Nick Foligno. Hope this guy gets better. From what I understand, he got injured pretty seriously in the Olympics. Uvis Balinskis. Yeah. Some of these guys have names that just make me feel like I'm having a stroke. 2 more packs to go in this blaster. Dylan Holloway on the retro, and Marquee Rookie Maxim Shabanov. Not too Shabanov. Get it? Get what I did there? Blaster number 2. Dylan Cousins and Trent Frederick. Yellow. Gowdy. Dylan Strome. Sergei Bobrovsky, and Mark Scheifele. 4 Nations Connor Hellebuck. We have Steven Nosen on the yellow border. We have Scott Mayfield, Damon Sevenson, and this our marquee. Nope. Cale Makar on the yellow border. Whatever. The Marquee Rookie Colton Doc, Michael Brandiskeg Nygaard, and Ryan Pulock on the yellow border. Kuzmenko, Zajinabad, and Matvey Michkov. Adrian Kempe on retro, and 4 Nations William Nyland. Dalibor Dvorsky on the Marquee Rookie Retro. That's a good one. And Mark Scheifele on the border. Stank Oven. Chris Tanev. Eric Carlson. And Josh Morrison. Jacob Goucher. And Zach Whitecloud. Tom Wilson on the retro, and Jared McCann on the yellow border. Of a yellow border, Ivan Demidov on the Marquee Rookie, and Valerie Niskushkin. Yes. Ozzy Weisblatt and Brennan Dillon on the yellow border. Alright, so that'll do it for the O-Pee-Chee blaster boxes. As you can see, we got a good amount of, you get a yellow border for every pack. You're really kind of looking for the Marquee Rookie ones, specifically Ivan Demidov's and Matt Schaefer's. But sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, just like with any box, but they were still fun to rip, and I don't feel like I have to go get a second job to pay for that box. So, hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I'll see you another time.